Chapter 8 from Canto 4, text 54. First of all, I'd like to apologize to the Harinam team that couldn't make it today. Feel really miserable not being there. But the pictures that I saw was really nice to see me, really happy there. But yeah, try to not make this happen again. So, but you guys had a good time today? Good luck from the pictures and the Kirtan and the event. Thank you for all going there. You been there? Oh, you also went. Nice. First time for you or you went there before? Second time. Very nice. Vidhi, have you been there for the first time? Harinam. Okay, next time. Okay, so this is a very important text to study. It's a long one, so we'll try to get as much as we can cover today. I want to get the whole purport covered today, but we'll have a small feedback rather than long feedbacks. From last week's class, what is the subject matter of last week?
Prabhupada memories.
Prabhupada memories, right? So at one point, Kavi Bhav asked everybody that why did Srila Prabhupada come here? And Krishna Prema answered, what was his answer? Huh? This what? Yes, that's true. But what was the one reason Krishna Prema mentioned?
On the order of the spiritual master?
Yes, order of the spiritual master. But Srila Prabhupada came to deliver all the foreign lusts of the Western bodies. A Western person saying this is a Western person. His name is Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema is an Indian name, right? It can be given to anybody who has taken the shelter of Vaishnava Sampradaya. So, someone to say like that, and you being yourself in a Western body, it could be heavy sometimes for you to think or say like this. But what do the Western people do when Srila Prabhupada gives this kind of instructions? Supposedly those disciples, and we all can learn from that, they take it to the heart. Okay, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, who is the most qualified person to receive Krishna consciousness or Krishna Prema? Krishna Prema. Who is the most qualified person to receive Krishna Prema? Good, but there's one word I'm looking for, which is in my question as well.
Who is not qualified?
The most unqualified. So when someone feels, and I'm not taking sides of anyone here, those days at least, Western devotees thought, I need Krishna Prema the most because I am the lowest of the low, militias, chandalas, whatever name you could call them. Right? We as Indians, we think we have Ram and Krishna in our blood. Later on, I'll go temple on next Sunday. And that's an never comes. So we can learn this from Srila Prabhupada disciples who followed this Krishna consciousness sincerely because, and there's another question, Manisha asked, and Japa talked last week also, why are we chanting Hare Krishna? Krishna Kumar? Because Srila Prabhupada says, so that's all we need to know. That's at the end of discussion. If we try to contemplate more than this, then you will become a very big Pandit of some knowledge which will not yield in any kind of service of surrender. So, my point again, today's whole text will be about surrendering to Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so this should be the mood of everyone all over ISKCON, especially here we enforce that. What is he saying in his lines of his books, we must pick it up, follow it, and follow it very sincerely. Now, this first line of the prayer, can anyone read this? Vidhi, can you read the first line of the prayer?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Very nice. Can you also read that?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Yeah, can you tell your name to everyone, please?
My name?
Yes.
Myself Krushi.
Khushi, always happy. Are you always happy?
Not all the time.
Okay, so don't worry. After initiation, your name will be changed. That's why Prabhupada's system is amazing. Oh my God, I'm telling you. You will get to know him. So get to know him more important than to know Krishna. So whether you're Khushi or not Khushi, whether you're living or Khushi, some process should be there in existence which should make me eternally happy. And that's what Prabhupada says. What do you say when someone is leaving your house in the morning, like 8 o'clock, so someone is leaving your house? What do you tell them? What's the word you say?
Jaldi aana.
I said Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. English?
Bye.
Have a?
Good day.
Oh, right. Do you ever say have a bad day?
No.
You don't say have a bad day, right?
No.
Even though she doesn't say you have a bad day, do you have a bad day?
Sometimes.
There you go. That's the whole point here. You will still have a bad day because Khushi and Gum, good and bad, is not in our control. It is going to come. What is in our control is the computer or the phone, open, weatherbase.io, nothing else. If your screen time is 5 hours, or 8 hours, or 24 hours, should all be, you know the answer. Okay, now, Vic Krishna, who popularized, don't answer, if you see, no. The first line, who is the person you think or can imagine of, popularized this mantra? Hey, let him answer, Vic. Pralaji, very good try, Narad Muni, very good try. Divya. Prahlad Maharaj, very good try. Sunil.
Dhruv Maharaj.
Dhruva Maharaj ki.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice. Dhruva Maharaj popularized this prayer on the instruction of Narada Muni. Thank you, Dustin. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Mantre Nanena Devasya Kuryad Dravyayam Main Buddha Saparyam Vividhair Dravair Desha Kala Vibhaga Vid. Now who's speaking this text? Narada Muni, very good. Narada Muni is saying this prayer. So of course Narada Muni is a teacher. So Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya to Dhruva Maharaj. Mantra Nanena Devasya Kuryad Dravyayam Buddha Saparyam Vividhair Dravair Desha Kala Vibhagavid. Desha Kala Patra. Some of you heard this line, Avi? Desha Kala Patra? You have heard this line, you forgot. Desha Kala Patra in English, time, place, Circumstance, he doesn't know. Deshakala Pata, Deshakala Vibhaga with time plus a circumstance. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now I need Mauritius' help here. How to make this bigger so that everything can come one screen. Go up, settings. It is font size. Oh, okay. You like, huh? So very, very light. Guru Bhav, where's the microphone?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This is the 12-syllable mantra for worshipping Lord Krishna. One should install the physical forms of the Lord, and with the chanting of the mantra, one should offer flowers and fruits and other varieties of foodstuffs exactly according to the rules and regulations prescribed by authorities. But this should be done in consideration of place, time, and attendant conveniences and inconveniences.
Very nice. You can give small feedback?
Yeah. So Narad Muni is telling, I guess, Dhruva Maharaj, what mantra you should be using to worship Lord Krishna. He's also telling Dhruva Maharaj that you should be worshipping a physical deity of the Lord according to the rules and regulations. So you don't just have a physical deity and worship according to your own whims.
Right.
But then Narad Muni goes on to add that this is all under time, place, and circumstances. So sometimes it is not possible to actually worship the deity of the Lord. So based off of whatever your position is, you can follow the rules and regulations in that way.
What is one keyword in this whole 1 million paragraph? There's one keyword only. Let's see if anyone can catch the one word.
Chanting.
No.
Convenience.
Almost getting close.
Consideration.
Nice, Avi. This is the word. And you will be surprised to see in the purport how this authority rule plays a big role. Such a big role. So Prabhupada always mentions about authority's part, and it is mentioned right here. From the time of Narada Muni, not just only Prabhupada came or temple authorities or different sections, no. Right here. And why authorities play a role and make a difference. Otherwise, if he did not play a role, things will be different. So it will be like, wow. So, always we chant this prayer or no? Before the reading of the Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So how many syllables is this? 12. Now, you see my cursor? 1, 2, 3. Om Namo. 1, 2, 3. Bha. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And what is this in Sanskrit? Sorry, Mr. Devash 12. Maybe it's not proper. Okay, we go to the real one. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Guru Maharaj ki jai. So, Guru Maharaj has been or will be praying. Why? Later we will see. But this is the prayer that he's said after some time and kept chanting this prayer as much as he could chant, right? So, we read the translation. Thank you, Bhaj Govinda. Very nice. Okay. All good there? Saloni, Hare Krishna. Okay, Saloni. Now class time. So you listen to me, I'll listen to you after that. Okay? Krish, will you go ahead, read this?
Start from the top.
Yes. And right here. Period.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya is known as the Dvadash Akshara mantra. This mantra is chanted by Vaishnav devotees and it begins with Pranava or Omkar. There is an injunction that those who are not Brahmanas cannot pronounce the Pranava mantra. But Dhruv Maharaj was born a Kshatriya.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, you understood this? Pretty straightforward, right? Okay. Dhruva Maharaj was Kshatriya. How many of you Kshatriyas here? Oscar. All the soccer players. At least you can say that.
All the soccer players.
Okay, who's a Brahmana here? Max. The Brahmana vibes. Very nice. Vic, you're a Brahmana? You think?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make sure you become one. Very good. So, all of us are what?
Sudras.
Shudras.
Yeah.
Where is the Praman? Kalo Shudra Sambhava. Kalo means what yug?
Kali.
Kalyug. Kalyug. Hindi came. In Kalyug, Usha Mataji, when to do the work? When जब काम करना है, आज करेंगे कल करेंगे. कलयुग में. कल करेंगे. यार चलो घूमेंगे कल करेंगे. कलयुग में कल means tomorrow. Everything tomorrow. Kal means tomorrow, right? So whatever today to be done, not to tomorrow, not last. Right? I'll come next time, not today. So Kalyug. So in Kalyug, Kalau Shudra Sambhava, everyone is born a Shudra only by authorities, proper prescribed bona fide authority. We can elevate ourselves from the Shudra level to a Brahmana, but our Brahmana is a Vaishnava level, right? So Pranava means Om or beginning, or Omkara is also mentioned here. Dvadash Ashkara. Dvadash means what? Das means?
10.
Dwa means? 2. 2 plus 10? Sanaya? 10 plus 2? Huh? 10 plus 2? Okay, 2 plus 10? Very nice. Ask Sanaya, ask Nishi response, okay? Both ways. 10 plus 2 and 2 plus 10. Good. So, that's my mother. We got it. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Perfect. Good. Now, what do you call it in movies? The main part starts now. But Dhruva, climax, this could be climax maybe, yeah. But Dhruva Maharaj was born a Kshatriya. Now the mystery, suspense starts. Wait, what? He is a Kshatriya and this mantra is only to be chanted by the Brahmanas. And Narad knows a Kshatriya, what's going to happen next? So, Radhika Rupa, you want to go from here? Wait, from, he admitted. Give the microphone to her. We should have 4 microphones because only one wire is used here.
We got one for the.
The one that's
Yeah, once admitted before Narada Muni that as a Kshatriya he is unable to accept Narada's instruction of renunciation and mental equilibrium, which are the concern of a Brahmana. Still, although not a Brahmana, but a Kshatriya, Dhruva was allowed on the authority of Narada to pronounce the Pranava Omkar. This is very significant, especially in India. The caste Brahmanas object greatly when persons from other castes who are not born in Brahmana families recite this Pranava mantra.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
But here is tacit proof that if
No,
a person or tacit.
It's English. That's
Okay. But here's tacit proof that if a person accepts the Vaishnava mantra or the Vaishnava way of worshipping the deity, he's allowed to chant the Pranava mantras.
Very nice. Vaishnava way of worshipping. So we need to become Shudra? No. Vaishya? No. Kshatriya? No. Brahmana? No. Become what? Vaishnava becomes everything. A Vaishnava doesn't mean only a Brahmana doing puja service or deity services. Vaishnava can cut, clean, sweep, everything else and serve the Lord as well. Everything is only considered as a seva. Whatever level they don't consider. If I'm cleaning, maybe I'll be considered a Shudra. No, something like this. So who can be chanting the Pranava mantra? Anyone who accepts the Vaishnava way. So, do we want to chant the Vaishnava, the Pranava mantra, Om mantra? Yes, right? So we have to become a Vaishnava. We have to leave all this caste creed, all those different castes especially, not of the Brahmins. Oh, sorry, you want to say a few words? Quick few words. Pretty. I wanted you to say from your.
Oh, okay.
I didn't hear your voice. I didn't see you for the last 2 weeks.
Okay. Could you scroll along?
Awesome. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so it was just very, earlier, Dhruva Maharaj, he, admits to his spiritual master that he's unable to do a certain thing, and so Narada Muni, being such a great compassionate spiritual master, he gave Dhruva Maharaj an alternative, and because Dhruva Maharaj was accepting instruction and the authority from a Vaishnava, that mantra was applicable, like he was able to like actually say the mantra and like it has potency juice or whatever.
Right.
That Vaishnava.
Very nice, yeah. So Dhruva Maharaj is telling Narada Muni, no, I'm just doing a different way now. I'm a Kshatriya, I cannot chant this mantra. In other words, we say sometimes, if you give some service, I am not
Qualified.
okay, so. And who makes you qualified then?
Authorities.
Someone has to make you qualified. We may think I'm not qualified, that's good, but we cannot remain unqualified. That's a shame on us if we want to remain unqualified. That's the one authorities come in place in talk now. And the point is to be ready to accept the instruction of the authorities. Otherwise you'll say, no, Prabhu, I know you are right, you are a Brahmana, you are this, you are that. I am a Kshatriya, I can only be Kshatriya, I cannot do this. That means 80.4 million of cycle keep going on. Because if someone came to deliver you, say, no, I'm happy here. That doesn't work. Okay, so especially in India, you wrote that? Yeah. So, but here, there is, okay, you also read that. Person notes in the Bhagavad Gita. Mathematics. Yep, on this side.
In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord personally accepts that anyone, even of a low species, can be elevated to the highest position and go back home, back to Godhead, simply if he worships properly.
What does it mean? Simply worships properly. What does it mean? What could that mean?
It's not complicated. You follow the authorities.
That's what it means.
That's it.
Following properly means listening to the authorities. That's enough. If you listen to the authority, and the authority said do this way, it was not the right way, you still don't listen. You follow properly, even though the authorities didn't tell you the right way. Following properly, worshipping properly means authorities, listening to the authorities properly. Very nice. Thanks, Prabhu. Rasmini Prabhu, you know go this one? From prescribed to the Lord.
The prescribed rules, as stated here by Narada Muni, are that one should accept the mantra through a bona fide spiritual master and hear the mantra in the right ear. Not only should one chant or murmur the mantra, but in front of him he must have a deity or physical form of the Lord.
Feedback.
But impersonalism is very general. There's one Brahman that's all existence rests in this Brahman. In Vaishnavism, there's variegatedness. It's very specific. We can meditate on the deity, and we can meditate on the very specifics of the deity. They're wearing this kind of dress, have this kind of jewelry, this kind of flower garland, and this deity worship can help elevate us from impersonalism to personalism.
Nice, very nice, yeah. Through the acceptance of a bona fide spiritual master. That means yes, someone has come or brought this from the Vaikuntha Loka in the same succession and giving this to us. So not only should chant the mantra, but sit in front of the deities. Many of you come other than Sundays to chant. I know I've seen Oscar coming for Mangalarati on Friday and chanting. So all of you must come. Some other days, because Sundays can become busy day, other days come and just chant. Don't do it in the seva. This is the main seva. Just chant in front of the Lord. Right? And then go. That is the effort that we have to make. So physical form is already here. You know the address, right? You know the address of this place? What's the address? Very good. Vidhi, you passed the test. Yeah. Vidhi is coming here on her own. Very nice. Okay. Of course, Dana.
Of course, when the Lord appears, it is no longer a physical form. For example, when an iron rod is made red hot in a fire, it is no longer iron, it is fire. Similarly, when we make a form of the Lord, whether wood or stone or metal or jewels, or paint, or even a form within the mind, it's a bona fide spiritual, transcendental form of the Lord. So my feedback is that we can make the change, especially from. So through, I would suppose through, we can make changes to wood, to anything, but it is no longer that form anymore, especially if we're turning it into a deity and we can actually worship that way.
Very nice, very nice. And if you saw Dana a month ago, he won't remind you of Krishna. But today, Tilak, Kanchimala, neck beads, and a happy smile. The real Kushi is there. Right? Look at this guy. So which part of India are you from? Great, very good. You would know that I need Krishna the most. And Krishna also heard that same thing, the prayers that he said. He needs, Krishna says, they all need me the most because they think I cannot get Krishna. So they are praying hard, trying hard, working hard for that. Thank you for going yesterday for books distribution. We'll catch that later on in the announcements time. Thank you. But come on, before you go, I'm going to you to read not only
must one receive the mantra from the bona fide spiritual master like Narada Muni or his representative in disciple succession, but one must chant the mantra. And not only must one chant, but he should also offer whatever foodstuff is available in his part of the world according to time and convenience. We should get the mantra from the Guru, or whatever Guru passes on as the mantra, that's the mantra we should chant, not whatever we concoct in our mind.
Yes.
And we should also offer whatever we are about to eat to the Lord. Makes us happier.
happier, eating only, receiving the remnants, which is also known as mercy. Mercy, Hindi mein kya? Mercy, daya. Daya, Bhagwan ka prem, right? So that's what we want to receive. That's why not only must one must receive the mantra. What about the mantra? We have to chant the mantra too, not just receive the mantra, chant the mantra, and then also then the next step becomes to understand how to offer the foodstuffs to Krishna. So we offer the foodstuffs, right? And last part here, according to time and convenience. So we could be in different places, part of the world, and things could be done in different ways. One of the ways, in India, who are the pujaris, Tanjali? Only the men, the males. And USA? Only mostly females. And without the females in America, we cannot run ISKCON temples in America without female support. We know that. men's are pretty busy here. But just giving you idea, men you also welcome to come on there all the time. Okay, thank you, Mr. Kumar. Very nice. Last speaker group, you missed, so your turn. Now you can go ahead.
The method of worship, chanting the mantra and preparing the form of the Lord, preparing the forms of the Lord is not stereotype, nor is it exactly the same everywhere. It is specifically mentioned in the verse, the one should take consideration of the time, place and available conveniences. Our Krishna consciousness movement is going on throughout the entire world, and we also install deities in different centers. I mean, here the form is not same everywhere, based on the place, circumstances that can be defined. Especially Krishna consciousness is all around the world, so things can be little different, but definitely standards are followed.
Right? What forms we have here? Gaunitai form. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, some other temple, Radha Krishna, some other temples in different places. Time, places, circumstances, Prabhupada installed. And also, as a known fact, for Gaunitai deities, I won't say the standard is low, but how do we say it properly?
It's like a compassionate
More merciful.
More merciful. They'll accept your service if you do some mistakes too. Try to improve on that, not with offenses, and to improve on that. So Mahaprabhu accepts all your services. But with the other Krishna deities, we need to have 8 offerings a day. Right? So with one of the deities, we can manage with 3. Should be more, of course, doesn't matter, they are different. Sri Chaitanya, Radha Krishna,
Nahiyanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahiyanya. So not different, but time, place and circumstances, Prabhupada came here for doing that only, otherwise none of us will be devotees. Rupini Padma Mataji? Oh. Sometimes. Sometimes, imperfect.
Okay. Sometimes our Indian friends puffed up with concocted notions criticize. This has not been done, that has not been done. But they forget this instruction of Narada Muni to one of the greatest Vaishnava, Dhruva Maharaj. One has to consider the particular time, country and conveniences. What is convenient in India may not be convenient in the Western countries.
Wait, let me see how long this one is. No, okay, up to here. You can just give a small comment.
Yeah, so
Sometimes. Our Indian friends, what do you think sometimes?
I just want, it's connected to what Prabhu was saying, you know. So, thoda sa upar.
No, this is different.
Okay.
This is not enough for you.
After Indian puffed up with concocted notions, criticize.
Yeah, what are they saying? Simply they're saying,
this is not being done, that is not. This
you
is
should
not
do this
done.
way. You should do this way. No, you can't do this way. Right? They are saying these things. Right?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, I mean, just people just say like that, what is done, but
And why are they saying this?
it's criticism.
Why are they doing it? Because they forget or do not
Instructions of
know.
Narada. Okay.
Most of them do not know. Some of them forget, I would say, and who will forget? If they know, they won't forget. But they do not know this instruction of Narada Muni. They do not know who Dhruva Maharaj was. Krishna himself appeared in a what family? Krishna. McIntyre, Vaishya family. Right? So this is Prabhupada speaking. He is also from an Indian descent, and from India. Most of us are not from India here. But he was from there, he says that sometimes others who are from Indian descent can tell you, oh no, this is not clean, this is not good, this is not right. Because they only go by the rituals. Right? This has to be done.
So in this case, like
Yes.
Dhruv Maharaj's thing comes in mind, like when he was up, we've heard the story, right? When he was upset, his mother is like his guru, who told him, you go to the, whatever your desires are not getting fulfilled. So basically, mother was like a guru sending him to the forest, and then he met Narad Muni. So it's like basically he's kind of sheltered with devotees and going along like that. So it's important to follow instructions of devotees, I feel, because it's like Dhruv Maharaj mentioned here also.
Yeah, but Dhruva Maharaj knew that I'm a Kshatriya, I should not be chanting this mantra. That much he knows. Those days, even kids know what I should be doing, what should I not be doing, right? In terms of prathanas and prayers. So he should not know, I should not be doing this. But Narada Muni's instruction is coming to Dhruva Maharaj, and this is mentioned by Prabhupada here that he had to accept the time, place and circumstance. I am here, I have to do this. It's like he said, Prabhupada allowed the woman to go on the altar and do the seva. Prabhupada himself allowed. And Prabhupada himself did not allow women to go on the altar in India. Follow this pattern?
Yes, yes,
right.
yes, yes.
This is what is mentioned here.
And also like what is convenient in India may not be convenient in Western country. So like for example, when he came here, he told us instead of 32 rounds, you can do 16 rounds. So that's because they knew how the life here is. Everybody has to do their own chores, works, this and that. So accordingly.
You're right. So Prabhupada's understanding has to be, seen, evaluated properly. That what he wants us to do, how can we come closer to accept the Vaishnava ways of life. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. Right, Kushi, you are doing school. Right, you have so much time going to school, and how much can you give to Krishna? And where do you live right now? Sanford, right? Yeah. So long drive to come from there to here. You want to come every week, but it's not possible, right? You took Uber or? Yeah. Wow. Okay, great. Anyone living in Sanford can drop her if she's going on.
Sanford is huge, Prabhu.
Sanford is huge, huh? Sanford is very big.
Like,
Closest. You can still see.
Yeah, I'm near the airport. I'll just tell you that. I'm near the airport. No, I'm just mentioning.
Oh.
We can get in touch.
Yes, nice. Yeah. Krishna, you to go from here? Those who, any microphones nearby here, we should have 4 nice microphones all around. All of them work nicely.
Those who are not actually in the line of acharyas, or who personally have no knowledge on how to act in the role of acharya, unnecessarily criticize the activities of the ISKCON movement in countries outside of India. The fact is that such critics cannot do anything personally to spread Krishna consciousness. If someone does go and preach, taking all risks and allowing all considerations for time and place, it might be that there are changes in the manner of worship, but that is not at all faulty according to Shastra. So, if you think about how when people unnecessarily criticize, it's like, you think like a university setting. I'm a science major, and then I have a mathematics student who's going to criticize my essay. And I said, you may be educated, but what do you know about what's actually I'm trying to do, what message I'm trying to convey? Same thing, like here, if there's critics like from India coming to outside saying, no, you should preach like this, do like this. It's like, okay, that country doesn't speak Hindi or Tamil. They speak English, they speak Spanish. They don't do that. You put too much spice, they're gonna vomit. There's like different things that culturally don't make sense outside of India. And then otherwise the main goal is to give the message of Krishna to people who do not understand. You cannot understand something if you're just starting right from the rituals. You have to first understand the foundation and then build up a background, and then maybe you can understand the rituals further down if they're in line with the acharyas.
Very nice, very nice. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, Prabhupada's guru, he didn't come to the Western world, right? But he knows how important is this message that goes to the Western world. That's why he chose his disciple, that you must go and take this. And the fact that in this purport, what is mentioned? Which movement is mentioned? Say loudly.
ISKCON.
The ISKCON movement is mentioned in the purport. Imagine Srimad Bhagavatam, right? Vyasadeva, and his ISKCON is mentioned in his Vyasadeva, which in his books, which means ISKCON is from spiritual world. Prabhupada said we have an ISKCON spiritual world too. He said this. Prabhu? Remember Prabhu? Prabhupada said, right? We have ISKCON in spiritual world too? Yeah. There you go. So we have to join ISKCON. Okay, so this is so important. That's why when I read this text, I said like, wow. I was only looking for the Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya mantra, and the purport here is telling us that there is no other way basically. No other way, except taking guidance from Srila Prabhupada, because Narada Muni came to the same thing for those people who thought, I am not qualified. But he made him qualified as a guru, as a teacher. Thank you, Krishna. Very nice. Wait. Yeah, from Srimad. Marisha?
Srimad Vira Raghava Acharya, an Acharya in the disciplined succession of the Ramanuja Sampradaya, has remarked in his commentary that Chandalas, or conditioned souls who are born in lower than Shudra families, can also be initiated according to circumstances. The formalities may be slightly changed here and there to make them Vaishnavas. So, if you go, certain people may think, oh, you're not Brahmana, you're not even a Shudra, why should you be initiated? You're lower, you can't get to there. But, you know, formalities can be changed slightly here and there, but the important thing is that they're initiated to become Vaishnavas, and not necessarily, oh, what were you born as? That's just more of a formality, right? And we can't change that.
Yes. Yes, very nice. What is one word being given to the Western people? Westerners starts with M. Mlechas. You know what mlecha means, Sunil? How to the degree of top and low? Lower than dog eaters. Huh? Bottom. That's the word being given to the Western people or belong to the Western countries. Period. Those are the Western people who joined Prabhupada's movement and became gurus, now gurus. Period. Imagine that. Because of the formalities that changed by Srila Prabhupada. I personally always say this, you may not believe me or agree with me. If we want to follow Krishna consciousness, develop the mentality of the Western people, Western body people, devotees, because their loyalty to Srila Prabhupada is Pakka or Prophet. That's all they know. Right? You must be watching so many memories of Srila Prabhupada, memories by different disciples of Prabhupada. Pretty much 99% of them are Western body devotees of Srila Prabhupada. And they have changed everything in their lives and become menial servant to Srila Prabhupada, right? To worshiping Krishna and everything, doing very nicely. So, yeah, this is so important that how can I become, if I am a Western Indian body or some other body person, just watch Prabhupada memories, develop the mentality of those Western devotees. There's no need to become Western, but develop the mentality of those disciples, whatever body they may be, that I can take full shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Because this word mlechas are, when you say this word mlecha, sounds like I don't want to come near your shadow. That's what it basically means. So you have to be understanding these things. And the Western devotees understood. They know these things. All they know is between me and Srila Prabhupada. That's all I care about. He can make me clean. And he did. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chandani.
Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends that his name should be heard in every nook and corner of the world. How is this possible unless one preaches everywhere? The cult of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhagavad Dharma, and he specially recommends Krishna Katha or the cult of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name is should be heard in every corner of the world, and Srila Prabhupada has fulfilled this thing, and devotees are still going around and chanting very hard.
Yep, that's the question. How can this be possible if devotees don't go on Harinam today? How many of you went to Harinam? All of you are amazing. Thank you for going out and preaching. So, the first part is he's saying here that Mahaprabhu recommends that his name should be heard everywhere. Now, who's going to spread his name? The devotees, right? Very nice. So, who accepts this way of Vaishnava Dharma? They are the only one who can go and spread this. Otherwise, you cannot know. The cult of Mahaprabhu's message from the Bhagavad Dharma recommends Krishna Katha and from Gita and Bhagavatam. Parvati, you go next.
He recommends that every Indian considering this task to be para upakara or welfare activity take the Lord's message to other residents of the world. Other residents of the world does not refer only to those who are exactly like the Indian Brahmins or and Kshatriyas,
or like the case Brahmanas, who claim to be Brahmanas because they were born in the families of Brahmanas. The principle that only Indians and Hindus should be brought into the Vaishnava cult is a mistaken idea.
Which part of India are you from? Parvati? From Kailash? Parvati is whose name?
So it's basically saying that
Do you know who's Parvati?
the wife of Shiva,
Right. Who's Shiva?
the warrior of Krishna.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, yeah. It is where? What he? Sorry. He, yeah. Okay.
So it's mentioning that not only people born in India or in these case systems should only be Christian of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's preaching, but also everyone does not only exclude us from that, but also include us.
Yes, everyone. And also, we didn't mention about specifics. Is not only for the Indians and Hindus should be brought in this Vaishnava. It is for everybody, everyone who wants to train up themselves, change themselves. There is a way, and there is a teacher to do that for us. And Srila Prabhupada is saying this to all of us. What if Srila Prabhupada came to me and said, okay, even though you're from Indian body, but you're not born in India, you can't get Krishna consciousness. So what will happen? Very dangerous lifestyle, right? We're already living very bad lifestyle now. If we continue to do that and don't get a chance, that's a dangerous. So this is something up to now we all understood. Who can take to Krishna consciousness? Krishna. Everyone born in Nairobi. Yeah, go and tell everybody. Chant Hare Krishna, take up your bead bags and start chanting. Even though you're eating meat and drinking wine, no problem. Chanting Hare Krishna is very nice. And thank you for hanging your bead bag on your neck, reminding yourself, I am a Vaishnava. I'm a follower of Srila Prabhupada. It's very nice. All of us should always have bead bags going on in our neck, so it always can remind us and can remind others too. Krishna is on a future. Okay, mistaken idea. Avinash, there should be. There should be.
There should be propaganda to bring everyone to the Vaishnava cult. The Krishna consciousness movement is meant for this purpose. There is no bar to propagating the Krishna consciousness movement, even among people who are born in Chandala, Melacha, or Yavana families. Even in India, this point has been enunciated by Srila Sanatana Goswami in his book Adi Bhakti Vilas, which is Smriti and is the authorized Vedic guide for Vaishnavas in their daily behavior. Sanatana Goswami says that as bell metal can turn to gold when mixed with mercury in a chemical process, so by the bona fide diksha or initiated method, anyone can become Vaishnava.
Keyword, anyone can become Vaishnava. Go ahead.
Basically, there's no limits. Like anybody who, like human being, doesn't matter race, color, where you're born, anybody can accept this process. Basically, I just have a moment just now where I was realizing that Srila Prabhupada put this so nicely that as long as we have jiva, we can accept Krishna. Doesn't matter what color, what body, where we're born.
Yeah.
So that everybody's part and parcel of Krishna already.
Yeah, that's very nice, yeah. And Prabhupada says that there should not be no bar for propagating Krishna consciousness. And here I just mentioned before, even among the people born in the lowest levels of classes, dog eaters, basically, gentlemen dog eaters. That is the low, right? No one eats dogs, right? So if someone does, that's it to be the lowest. So, thank you. Sanatana Goswami, gunmetal mix. One should take initiation from there. Next, did you go? You went? Now we are.
One should take initiation from a bona fide spiritual master, coming in a disciplic succession, who is authorized by his predecessor spiritual master. This is called Diksha Vidana. Lord Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita, Vyapashritya, one should accept the spiritual master. By this process, the entire world can be converted to Krishna consciousness. So basically it's saying that if you take initiation from a bona fide spiritual master who's in the line of succession, then you can convert the entire world to Krishna consciousness.
Very nice, Naka. I like the way you summarize. Once you take initiation, that you are becoming qualified to deliver the whole world and make whole Krishna consciousness. Entire world. One devotee at a time or one person at a time. Everyone bring one. So that's what our mantra is all the time. So this is the end of the program. Thanks, we were able to finish it on time. So, some of the lessons that we have learned from this purport of Srila Prabhupada. First thing we know this, the person Narad Muni came to give this mantra, he thought, I cannot do this. But Narad Muni said, you are trying to ask for the Lord. And this is the only mantra you can get. And I am authorized in the succession that I can give you this prayer. If you accept it, then you can become connected, plugged in. Like you have a nice chandelier in the house, but it's not connected to the main wire. So what happens? It becomes like an eye for eyesore. The building, eye for eyesore. So it's like this, no use. So this is what we have to do. We have to make sure it's connected. So as we said, we all have the jiva inside. Now the jiva or soul has to be connected to the super soul. Right. That's how we can get this. So it's so important that, if this mantra was not chanted by Dhruva Maharaj, his goal was what? What was his goal in the previous pastime? What was his goal? Why did he want to say these prayers or do the austerities to receive what? Huh? Sit on the lap of his father and power.
To give the kingdom, then his father's father.
Right. Good. And when he said this prayer, the Lord appeared. Then what did he say?
All this looks
Who
like
can
broken
give
glass.
me whatever I needed? Then what did he say, Maharasha?
Everything that I wished for looks like broken glasses.
Broken pieces of glasses. That was what I was wanting to ask for. Wow. Now I've seen you, the Lord. I don't want anything else. I just want you. And then he became his followers, Dhruva Maharaj. Where does Dhruva Maharaj live right now? Polster, English word, Polster, right? Polster is which direction? North? North.
At least for the next 2,000 years.
Who else is known from the North Pole? So Santa Claus comes from Dhruva Maharaj. We accept everything Santa gives to us because maybe Dhruva sends his mercy and blessings with him. Right, so even Santa Claus, who is not from the Indian body, if you say, so a lot of things can be connected to these things. Right, and this way then Dhruva Maharaj took this process and with the entire world, even all the directions of Krishna consciousness. So hopefully you can still pray for. Now, what's Santa? We say Santa Claus, right? And how do you spell Santa?
S-A-T-A.
Right, and how would you say that? A little bit different.
Santa.
Sant or Sant. Sant means what? Really? Saint. Yes, some people wear the t-shirt. Saint. Right? Saint wives or says perfume, right? Saint. So, Sant. So, Santa Claus cannot give you anything material. I mean, all he gives is material, but Santa can give you spiritual. He can give material things that can be made into spiritual activities, and then you can use it in the service of Krishna. So, what are the lessons that we learned from this text today? Adhikarupa?
I guess something that really stood out to me is just how essential it is to take up Krishna consciousness, but through someone who's authorized, through like Srila Prabhupada.
the gratefulness of Srila Prabhupada, the gratitude that we owe to Srila Prabhupada, if he did not see me as a Western person and didn't give me Krishna consciousness. And he is the only one who broke this rule, because it's already mentioned, not only him, but his god brothers too, they didn't want to spread this to Krishna, to the Western world. They came and tried their way and nothing happened. But he came and gave this. So this is really a greatest blessing that we receive from Srila Prabhupada. And how much we are enjoying our lives. We have full-time work, 8 hours. Then we find time for chanting. Then we find time for Harinam. Then we find time for dressing. Somehow we find time for everything. Right? Rather than they say, I'm tired, but I feel blissed out inside. Yes or no? Right? So, Parvati, what's the lesson you've learned today?
That we shouldn't be like stuck in the idea that we need to be born in a certain family to be in Alvarez Vaishnava. As long as you find a bona fide spiritual master that gives you the correct instructions, you can go and also preach to the world about the.
Right. And also, if you are born in a certain body, when someone comes to give us the message, accept it. Which is what you did, right? In your own life too. Someone came, sometimes it sounds like from India, from Eastern, but let me try it out, let me accept it and see. So it's not Indian or Western. Krishna is a which? What kind of God is Krishna? Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai? What is Krishna? He's God, he's above everything. These are religions. We separate us. Don't follow the other religion. That's what the religion does. So Krishna comes as the establishment of all the religion. What's the real religion? To love God. That's it. So that's how we see Krishna. And the importance of Srila Prabhupada coming in the society to help us. This Prabhupada is really telling me a lot of things. I'm sure you also must have felt it. Dr. Mix, what's your feedback? Any lessons, any thoughts that you want to share with everyone from this text here?
That it's a simple process. That's what I read. It's simple. You just follow the authorities, and you can get there. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, accept it. Many things accept it, and you take it from there. Yes, simple process. Very nice. Dustin, Dr. Dustin, any feedback you want to share on lessons you learned or something?
We should always wear a bee bag.
Where's the big bag?
Hanging on the tree.
No, not the tree. You should wear it. Yeah. Give the message that you're.
When we offer mantras, they should be accompanied by fruits and flour, honey, water.
Right. Very nice. So we offer our fruits and vegetables both to Krishna. And dal and rice. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Everything to Krishna this way. Dr. Oscar, any things that you want to share?
Yeah, we may not be qualified, but the spiritual master will give us the opportunity to become qualified.
We may not be qualified, very nice. But we beg the spiritual master to make me qualified or help me become qualified. Now, following instructions. That's very nice. Thank you very much. Rajendra Kumar, you are here somehow, you heard some things from this text.
When we accept his instruction, when he gives us instruction, we have to accept it.
Right.
Not be.
And plus, when you go to Patel Brothers, do books, you tell them, from tomorrow, stop doing this, Kanti Mala, Tilak Shika, you tell them?
No.
What do you tell them?
Come to the temple.
Or take the Bhagavatam with you at least, either one of them. So they take the Bhagavatam mostly. Sometimes. Yesterday you did one great job. So yeah, this is how you tell them, right? Otherwise, if you tell them strict rules like this, then they will not follow. Even from the Indian background, they think they should know this. But no, it won't happen like this. So it takes some time. So allow them to open up to the point that they can. Okay, don't worry, can't come to temple, at least offer the apple that you eat. Or just take the Bhagavad Gita, tell you to make from here. There's a praise and everything at the back of the book, so it can inspire you more. Very nice. Kushi, any thoughts from today's discussion? Yeah.
Definitely, one thing I learned is that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead. And whatever messages that he gives, just follow them blindfolded there is no any kind of caste or color to anything that is given by the God to you.
Thank you, Kushi. Very nice. Yeah, very nice to share for the first time speaking and sharing this. Make sure people connect with her as well. Get her in the group. We have a big group going on usually after 9 p.m. What time we gather around? So, in Seva time. So, if you can stay a little longer. And Gaurati is good. Okay. What do you ask? Huh? What else?
Oh, I just said Wednesday also with that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, some other day. Some other day of Gaurati, yeah. Sanford. We'll figure out sometimes. He is another devotee from Sanford, so he can bring you. Welcome. Hare Krishna. And the Vallabha. Very nice. Bajgovinda? Any? Bajgovinda, how did you do 2 days? I mean, yesterday you went to the book distribution. Today you also went. Did you get some extra pills or something? Bhakti pills? Who was the inspiring person behind you? Apart from Srila Prabhupada.
Well, Rene Kumar inspired me.
Okay. And today?
For today.
Okay, for today. Yesterday was him.
You come today.
No, and you inspired me. I gotta do my part.
Nice. Very nice. Dana, any thoughts? It's all, yeah.
Basically, it's just you could be me. I'm not from here. I'm not from India. I have nothing. I met people and learned from other people, and now I can welcome here, and I'm a part of it. So it's basically the story of how I.
This is you. This is us. This is how we're gonna go now. Very nice. And I've said this. Don't take this the wrong way, but we have to think like those mentality who joined Srila Prabhupada's movement at that time. They could give Srila Prabhupada their life at a, before the flick of finger. Flick of finger takes some seconds of time, even before that. Jayapataka Maharaj, Krishna Prabhupada's guru, he's still sticking around. Why? He wants to see the big project complete. Look at them. Look at what he's going through. He initiated some disciples at the hospital in Malaysia over the past 2 weekends. Or some, yeah. So what is going on in him? Just imagine this. How come these people are still there? We have small mosquito bite at night after the program Prasadam and complain. Mataji, we need something going on here. Put some, yeah. And he is suffering like anything. You cannot imagine that. But yet he's sticking around just to make sure all of us are, taking this message seriously and to help and to guide all of us while being very high level or very, sickness is very high level. It's very difficult to go through these things, but he's still there. Any questions anyone has? Wow,
Not a question, but I just wanted to share like something.
Any microphones here?
Yes. Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, Max has a microphone.
When Srila Prabhupada talked about how these Indian people are criticizing the ISKCON movement, I think that really struck me, especially because on social media you see everyone has opinions about everything on social media, but Srila Prabhupada, his response to that was, who else is going out and preaching Krishna consciousness? No one else is doing it. Only ISKCON is going out on the streets. And still people will always find the time to criticize when we don't know who they are, we don't know how much they follow, and if they are even themselves going out to preach this. Because so many people, like Srila Prabhupada says here, believe that this Sanatan Dharma is only meant for people who are born in India. And Srila Prabhupada is just showing so much proof. This is proof from not just our Brahmamata Gaudiya Sampradaya, but also proof from the Ramanuja Sampradaya, proof from Dhruva Maharaj and Narada Muni, who's one of the Maharishis or the Mahajans. And Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita that out of all the pure devotees or something, he is, out of all the demigods, he is Narada Muni. So when you see Narada Muni giving Dhruva this instruction, and Dhruva is saying, I'm a Kshatriya background, no, anyone can do this, and this is what Srila Prabhupada is trying to tell us.
Right. So basically, it's very nice. We hope that you understood this part here. Yeah, I know. This social media, even on our page, Instagram, you'll go, some people will say, oh, most of our presenters are from the Western bodies. And they will put comments, oh, this is like another concoction of or some people try to become Indian, right? But I am so proud to see, at least you see, these three girls here, you also counted in that, but Radhika, Rupa, Manisha, Bharvati, Koi Bhav also, this is born here, so American, wearing saris. Vidhi, next to sari, okay?
Sorry.
No? Okay, then take lessons from this. What is inspiring you to wear sari? What is going on there? Yeah, good. This is what I talk to you, I know you'll do it. So this is what is their dedication to Srila Prabhupada's movement. It's not about clothing, but it's about just following. Our lives, daily lives, breath should be at least one line of the purport every day. How many minutes we should be doing? At least 10 minutes we should all be reading Srila Prabhupada's books every day. There's no way we can live one day without reading his purport. So that's what brings in the balance, right? And then always be Kushi. So Kushi, this is the weatherbase.io. You can go on this website and read something and get stabilized. The proper vaccination is right here. Anyone else have any question? Sunil? Or comment?
Yes, Hare Krishna. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that to chant this Goddess Akshara mantra, we need to hear it in our right ear from a bona fide spiritual master. So how should we take that instruction in our case?
Yeah. Same way. In the right ear.
Yes, but now we, like, I am giving my example. I have not heard from any spiritual master directly in my ears, so, but still
Okay.
I'm chanting.
Yeah, Suzanne, you take his name down, initiation next year. Yeah, no worries. We do same way. Everyone, we have some names for initiation next year. So we chant in the right and left both because we could forget. No, Iskan se Uskan. What was it? Iskan? Iskan? Iskan se Uskan. No, we don't do that Iskan. Okay, we Iskan. Goes here, stays here. Not goes out. So, good. The answer is there. Next year initiation, keep chanting. Right? Get approval from your family and your wife. Both of you can chant and get initiation. Motherji, how's chanting going on? Are you back from India or still in India right now? Back? Japan is going on? Prabhu is saying my wife doesn't do anything at home, whole day free, and 16 rounds easily. So 16 rounds should not be, we have to take time for 16 rounds. Just 2 hours we have to take. This is our rejuvenating phase. We have to do that. It's no way. I'm not doing to please anybody. Who I'm doing because who said to do 16 rounds? Who told you? Prabhupada. So our love for Prabhupada has to be, or we can erase them. Question, quickly. If not time. Here, give the microphone to Manisha Gopinath. Oh, yeah,
This might be more of a loaded question, I guess, though. But it was talking about in the purport that the method of worship is not the same everywhere, and then we must take into consideration time, place, and conveniences. So there's differences, one could say, in places, different places. Not every place is the same. But how do we know some change is too much of a change and deviates too much from, I guess, the source? How do we determine what is something that's small enough of a change that it's still retaining that same, meaning, but too much of a change is like, then you're just changing it. It's a different thing altogether.
Too much of a change means there's no temple left anymore. That's what I say. So in this, Srila Prabhupada's establishment also made a body called the Governing Body Commission, the GBC. So over here, I'm talking about this example. And if you have some example in your mind, let me know so I can answer that part. But here, after the COVID, people were scared not to come to temple to the worship here, and we started to do our Thoughtful Thursdays. The new people start coming, and they were becoming sincere, following the 4 regulatives sincerely from the heart and doing 16 rounds. So my role was to write to the GBC, request the proposal, actually present my proposal that can we allow, they are doing under our guidance, the 4 regs and 16 rounds, can we allow them to go on the altar? The change was the form of the deity that we have, is Nitai Kaunatra, Gonita deities, no the other Krishna, can they go? And they said yes. And they also submitted their proposal, their explanation that this is the only way we can encourage them to go more closer to deities and be seriously continuing, not just as a fashion to Pujari now, right? No one here calls Pujari, we all call them students. Everybody's called student here. Student, you say student or Bhakti student, both works, right? So student, we also have student here. So this was the change that, as example, we applied over here, and many of them got initiated now. And most of them, others will also be getting initiated. So this is the change that Srila Prabhupada allowed, and his representative of the GBC accepted, yes, great, go ahead, do this. But not for all the time, which is not going to happen all the time. Those who came in the beginning as the core, I would say, we have them, and the others will be trained in a proper way. Not everybody, okay, start only from uninitiated basis to go there. No, we might have to just get initiated from here and then go there. There is some other example in mind, but this was the example that applied here and helped in inspiring all the devotees to go to the next stage.
Maybe
Loaded question. Okay. Krishna Rama. Gaurati. Jai. Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki